Hello, today on DTC Go, we're going to cover 15 design apps you can use when creating your t-shirt designs. These 15 apps will be divided into two sections, full-featured apps as well as web-based applications. With full-featured applications, they're going to be installed locally, but they're going to offer a lot more features. They're also a lot more powerful. They'll offer things like the brush tool. These apps are best for more complicated designs. On the other side of this are the web-based applications. These ones are much more simple. They're not as powerful. They don't offer as many features. However, I think they're going to be the better choice for most of the people watching this video because they're not going to require such a complicated design and they're much easier to learn. And because they're web-based, they can be used on any device. Doesn't matter how powerful that device is. This video is meant as an overview of these different apps to see which one might be best for you based on what you're trying to achieve for your store. We're going to briefly go over things like features, as well as what differentiates different apps from one another, as well as pricing. A quick note on pricing. With these apps, they change quite frequently. Their pricing structures change as well. So take a look at the pricing section when you go to check out these apps for yourself. All the links to these apps will be in the description. I want to start off this list by talking about the gold standard of the industry, which is Photoshop. Photoshop is extremely powerful. It's been around for a long time. It's owned by Adobe. The thing about Photoshop is they have a lot of features, very powerful. They offer probably the most options. It's probably the most polished of all the apps on this list. In terms of pricing, they offer a free trial, so something to note, while some of the other apps on this list have free tiers, or some of the other apps on this list are free. If you're looking for an industry standard with really high performance, lots of features, and you're willing to deal with a little bit of a learning curve, then Photoshop is for you. And of course, you don't mind the price. Next on the list is going to be Illustrator by Adobe. Illustrator and Photoshop go hand in hand. The thing about Illustrator is it offers you a vector graphics platform. This way, when you create a design through Illustrator, you can resize that graphic very easily for multiple different products, big or small. And that's the main advantage of Illustrator. We'll talk about other vector-based graphics on this list, but just to note that Illustrator is also very powerful like Photoshop. It's also industry standard. Again, consider price when you're looking at these. They're worth it if you're willing to just go through the learning curve and to get the full power out of them. I think for most people viewing this video, Illustrator might be a little bit much if you're just trying to create a simple design. Illustrator also offers a free trial. This one's a little bit of an anomaly compared to the other apps on this list because it's both a full-featured application with brush tools and the like, but it's also web-based. Okay, this is Photopea. It's a Photoshop clone. The app is also free. It's very powerful as well. I definitely recommend this as an option for many of you because of its web-based nature. In addition to price tag, it doesn't get any better than this. Definitely check out Photopea, and it deserves to be on this list. Next up on the list is Affinity Photo. Affinity Photo has a pretty loyal fan base. It has great features when compared to price, which is a one-time fee. It offers beautiful brushes, allows you to compose and edit your photos that you would expect from a application like Photoshop. It also offers full raw development as well. It offers PSD editing, so if you have a Photoshop file or you know if you're working with someone who uses Photoshop, you can also edit those files through Affinity Photo. It offers you things like digital printing, different layering abilities, as well as using raw, and even 3D image editing. Check out Affinity Photo for a more competitive price option when compared to some of the earlier apps on this list. Inkscape is the closest thing you're going to get to Illustrator without the price tag. Inkscape is an open source piece of software. It's free to use. It's maintained by the community. It uses vector graphics, similar to what I mentioned earlier with Illustrator. If you're looking to create something like a logo style graphic on your t-shirt, or a more of a simple design, things that don't have really complex texture layering that you want to use and print on multiple sizes, so maybe not just for t-shirts but also larger canvases, then go with Inkscape. They have a really strong community that you can learn from, and there's lots of resources to get started. This next app, Krita, is also open source. It's free to use. It's more on the drawing side of the apps that we looked at here. If you have a really good talent in terms of drawing your own designs, then Krita's for you. You can do things like concept art, textures and matte painting, as well as illustration and comics. Okay, we're gonna get back to our list, but first, check out our channel sponsor, Sizify. As a merchant selling clothing online, you know that it's important for your customers to get the right size when they order from you. Oftentimes though, they don't. And this is costing merchants $1,000 a year in returns and losing sales due to clothing size uncertainty. With Sizeify, they integrate directly with your Shopify store. They offer your customers a size chart with unit conversion. So it doesn't matter where they are in the world, they'll know exactly what they're getting. In addition, they use their sizing recommendation technology to ensure that your customers know exactly what they need when they're shopping your store. Check out the link in the description below to get a 14-day free trial of Sizeify. And for the first 100 people to click the link, they get an additional 50% off their starter plan. Okay, so that brings the end of the full-featured, locally downloaded software. Next, we're gonna look at the web-based editing software. To start it out, we're gonna start with Canva. In terms of web-based editing software, Canva is the market leader. They offer a very large variety of templates. These templates are really helpful when you're just starting out because it allows you to get a jump start on what looks nice when creating your designs. They also have a really great support system to help you learn their software quickly. It's very approachable. Canva is a paid service, but they do offer a free tier. I suggest looking at that free tier to see some limitations before jumping in too far. Similar to Canva, many of these web-based editors are very similar. Adobe has Adobe Spark. It's similar to Canva in its style of editing, simple designs, but yet can layer to create very nice and beautiful complex art. Adobe Spark also has a mobile app, which is very helpful if you're on the go and you want to be able to create a design quickly. There is also a free tier to Adobe Spark. Again, check out what that entails before jumping in because it's also a paid application. This next one is very different from the ones I've spoken about before, which is the Printful image editor. This one is free, it's simple to use, it's probably the simplest I've spoken about so far. But the thing about it is there is a vendor lock-in, there's a platform lock-in. So if you're not using Printful, then their print-on-demand services to fulfill your products, I maybe wouldn't recommend this one. But if you're just looking to jump in quickly and get many products out there with multiple designs, then this is a great editor for you just because of its simplicity. So Vista Create is also a really nice design platform. They got lots of templates as well. Great, really good learning support. They do a fantastic job with that. They're very competitive pricing compared to some of the other apps on this list. And they also have a free tier for those who want to try it out. I think when it comes to these different apps, it's key to sort of try them out, see what kind of templates they have that matches your style, and also how quickly are you able to pick up the software. Sometimes the interfaces, they're slightly different and some are a little easier to use than others. Stencil is very interesting to me because in many ways, it's probably the most friendly of the apps I've seen so far for people looking specifically to create t-shirt designs. They got lots of templates, but they also have a dedicated section for creating design for t-shirts. This is a paid offering as well, but again, they have a free tier. Check these guys out. I'll give them big props for having a dedicated t-shirt building section, which is really helpful when you're just starting out. Next, check out Snappa. You can pick from professional templates. You can craft your perfect photograph or your perfect graphic. You can rotate and crop images. The software has a very low learning curve. Once you get their plan, everything's included, so you're not really thinking too much about different features and different plans. It's really nice. And really, speed is really important to them. So you're looking for a really seamless, really fast design process, check out Snappa. So Pixlr has their own spin on the web-based image editing software. They got an AI cutout ability. They got stylish overlays for quick editing. I also like that they have this full-featured YouTube channel. So if you're looking for inspiration, tutorials on how to create different effects with their software, it's all available there on their YouTube channel, which is very, very nice. They also have many different options when it comes to where you can use this editor. They got a mobile version, desktop, so there's a lot of options here when it comes to Pixlr. It's also a paid product. Check out their free trial as well if you feel like this might be the one for you. Okay, so to round out this list, we're going to take a look at Pixlide. They're a new offering to this list, but they offer a lot of features. I think their approach is very simple approach to creating these graphics. I think they offer a really seamless, really quick onboarding experience. They got millions of stock photos for each of your brand options. You can create thousands of ready-made templates as well, so you can bring designs to life really, really fast. They have image removal from the background, which is nice. You can do that in one click. and very good, easy mock-ups for your products as well. That's really important. I know we're focusing on, of course, the t-shirt side of it, but if you're looking to expand as well, they have that. So check out Pixlide. Again, this one's a little newer, but I think you might be an interesting offering for you if you're looking for something that's a little new, a little fresh approach to this space. And again, their pricing is very, very competitive. I think a lot of you'll like their pricing scheme here, so check them out. Okay, so if you've liked this video, please like and subscribe, and check out our website dtcgo.co for more information and resources for DTC merchants, and check out our free checklist for e-commerce merchants. Thank you to our channel sponsor Sizify. Don't forget to check them out. Take care. See you in the next video.